Did you know that most people struggle to attract others because they're not using the most powerful attraction tool at their disposal, their nonverbal cues? It's hard to believe, but most of us are completely unaware of the messages we're sending out to others without even opening our mouths. We often focus on what we say, but what if I told you that's only half the battle? Well, it's time to explore some silent attraction techniques that can help you make a real connection with others. First up, body language cues. Imagine this. You're at a networking event, wearing shoes that are too tight. You're shifting your weight, uncomfortable, fidgeting. It shows. Others might see you as nervous or uninterested, even if you're genuinely excited to be there. Now think about when you're wearing something that fits perfectly. Your mind isn't distracted by your clothes, your shoulders are back, and your stance is strong. People take notice. Posture is the foundation of nonverbal communication. Have you ever smiled because you felt you had to, but it didn't quite reach your eyes?
People can sense that.
A forced smile feels awkward, and it can come across as insincere. But when you genuinely smile, it's magnetic. It even can disarm the most tense situations. Eye contact is another powerful silent attraction technique. Did you know you should maintain it for at least 75% of a conversation? It's so easy to glance away, look at your phone, or stare at the ground. Don't be afraid to hold someone's gaze a little longer, just enough to show you're present. Barack Obama is known for his masterful use of eye contact. When he speaks, he connects deeply with his audience, making them feel like they're the only person in the room. If you're enjoying the video so far, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. Number 2, good manners. Think about the last time someone held the door open for you or listened without interrupting. How did that small gesture change your perception of them? Imagine being late to a meeting, flustered, and out of breath. It's a situation many of us have faced. But how do you handle it? Someone with great etiquette doesn't rush in with excuses. They acknowledge the inconvenience, apologize sincerely, and quietly settle in. Calm, collected, and courteous. Good etiquette is not about being perfect or rigid. One of the easiest ways to stand out is by remembering and using someone's name. It shows you care enough to pay attention. Etiquette is never about showing off. It's about making others feel comfortable. If you want to learn more about the topic, please make sure to check my video Common Mistakes that secretly sabotage your social life. 3. Overshare. We all want to connect with others. Sometimes, that means sharing every detail of our lives, hoping it builds trust. But what if the opposite is true? What if holding back a little makes you more intriguing? Think about it. When someone doesn't reveal everything at once, you're naturally more curious. You want to learn more, and that curiosity builds deeper interest. Picture this. You're on a first date, and the other person tells you their entire life story within the first 30 minutes. All the highs, lows, personal secrets, and embarrassing moments. It's a lot to take in. Now, think about a conversation where someone shares just enough fun stories, hints at their passions, but leaves some mystery. You're left wanting more, eager for the next conversation. That's the magic of not revealing everything at once. Sometimes, we reveal too much because we feel the need to fill silence. But silence isn't a bad thing. Let the other person share. By listening more, you learn about them and create a more balanced conversation. 4. The power of not now. Ever wonder why some people seem more valued or appreciated than others? Why do we often take for granted those who are always around? Could it be that being available all the time actually diminishes our value? In a world that celebrates instant responses and constant availability, it's easy to fall into the trap of always being on. But have you ever noticed how quickly people expect you to be there for them? It's exhausting. Worse, it can make your time and attention seem less valuable. Have you ever agreed to go out with friends even though you were too tired, simply because you didn't want to let them down? Or maybe you've worked late, answering messages well past business hours? It's natural to want to help, but constantly saying yes can leave you burned out and undervalued. Being available all the time might seem like a good way to build strong relationships or career success, but in reality, it can have the opposite effect. When you're constantly there, people can start to take you for granted, creating a little distance or simply not responding immediately gives your time more value. 5. The magic of a signature scent. Have you ever walked by someone and instantly been captivated by their scent? How is it that a fragrance can linger long after someone leaves the room, making them unforgettable? A signature scent is more than just a fragrance. It's a silent way of leaving your mark. Think about a time when you caught a familiar scent and were immediately transported back to a memory. Maybe it was your grandmother's perfume or the cologne of an old friend. Scents have a powerful way of connecting us to emotions and experiences. Now imagine being that person whose scent triggers fond memories and curiosity in others. What if you could evoke intrigue without saying a word? Think of Marilyn Monroe. She famously said she wore Chanel No. 5 to bed and nothing else. This statement not only made her iconic, but also immortalized her connection to the fragrance. The scent became part of her allure. That was as much a part of her identity as her smile. Your fragrance should be an extension of who you are, complementing your natural aroma and reflecting your personality. Are you someone who loves the outdoors? Maybe a fresh, woody scent would suit you. Prefer cozy nights with a book? Warm vanilla or amber notes might be more your style. The key is to choose a fragrance that feels like you, something that makes you feel confident and comfortable but also leaves others intrigued. Have you ever worn a perfume that felt off or out of place? It's like wearing clothes that don't fit. It affects how you carry yourself. But when you find the right scent, it feels natural, like an invisible accessory that adds depth to your presence. Coco Chanel once said, "A woman who doesn't wear perfume has no future." She believed fragrance was an essential part of a woman's identity, and she was right. Her creation, Chanel No. 5, became one of the most famous perfumes in the world because it wasn't just a scent, it was an experience. It evoked elegance, sophistication, and mystery. The right scent can do the same for you. It doesn't have to be expensive or trendy, it just has to feel right. But here's the thing, all these techniques are just the tip of the iceberg. There's one silent attraction trick that can dramatically change social dynamics, and it's something that most people overlook. Are you ready to hear it? The most effective silent attraction trick is to focus on the other person. That's right, it's not about you, it's about them. When we focus on someone else, we start to build a connection with them on a deep level. We start to understand their needs, their desires, and their fears. And when we do that, we become magnetic. People are drawn to us because they feel seen, they feel heard, and they feel understood. If you like the video, I'm sure you will love to see 6 classy skills that pay off forever. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one. And remember, stay classy. Manners matters.